You weren't born afraid of money. You were taught to fear it, taught to believe money is dangerous, taught to feel guilty for wanting more, taught to stay responsible by staying small. And somewhere along the way, you started confusing survival with security and fear with maturity. But what if that fear didn't come from you? What if it came from the people who were afraid first and passed it down to you like an inheritance? What if your entire financial life is being controlled by beliefs you never chose? Because here's the truth: they taught you to fear money so you'd stay broke, predictable, obedient, and grateful for whatever you had. Let's break the programming. Chapter 1: Where Your Money Fears Actually Came From. You didn't wake up one day afraid of money. It started long before you understood what money even was. It came from your parents saying money doesn't grow on trees, your teachers saying just focus on your studies, your culture saying don't be greedy, your friends saying that's too risky, society saying play it safe. These weren't lessons. They were warnings passed down by people who were scared themselves. And when you hear something enough times, it becomes truth. You inherited their fear like a family heirloom. But the problem isn't that they feared money, it's that you never learned to question it. Chapter 2: The Fear Reflex That Keeps You Small. Fear is not logical, it's instinctive. And money fear shows up in ways you don't even notice. You hesitate before investing. You panic when the market drops. You hold on to cash until inflation eats it. You choose stable jobs over growth. You avoid opportunities that feel uncertain. You underprice your skills because you fear rejection. These aren't financial decisions, they're survival responses. Your body is reacting to money the same way it reacts to a threat, because somewhere inside you, your nervous system learned money equals danger. And the system loves when you think that way, because people who fear money never build enough to challenge anything. So, who benefits from your fear? Chapter 3: Why the System Needs You Afraid. A population that fears money is a population that stays manageable. When you're afraid, you save instead of build, you follow instead of question, you settle instead of grow, you obey instead of create. Fear makes you predictable, compliant, financially stagnant, dependent on salaries, dependent on institutions, and dependent on the script. This is exactly what the system needs: workers, not builders; employees, not owners; consumers, not creators; people who believe they're doing the right thing while staying trapped exactly where they are. Your fear doesn't hurt the system, it feeds it. And that fear becomes even stronger when you start making money. Chapter 4: How Fear Keeps You Broke Even When You Earn More. Money fear doesn't disappear with higher income, it becomes more sophisticated. Some examples: you earn more, you spend more, you stay trapped. You want to invest, you overthink, you never do it. You want to start something, you fear failure, you stay still. You dream of freedom, you fear losing security, you shrink back. Fear makes you upgrade your comfort but downgrade your potential. It convinces you that staying small is responsible, staying safe is mature, and avoiding risk is smart. But the result is always the same. You work more, you earn more, you spend more, you stay broke. Not because you lack discipline, but because you're following a script written by fear. But the wealthy weren't taught the same way you were. Chapter 5: What the Wealthy Learned That You Never Did. The wealthy were taught a different story. They were taught money isn't dangerous, ignorance is. Risk isn't scary, staying stagnant is. Ownership isn't greedy, it's necessary. Leverage isn't wrong, it's how value grows. Losing money isn't failure, not learning is. While you were taught to be careful, they were taught to be capable. While you were taught to avoid mistakes, they were taught to recover from them. While you were taught to earn more, they were taught to build more. Wealthy families don't fear money, they understand it. They know money is a tool, and tools only hurt people who've never been taught how to use them. So, how do you break free from the fear that's been in you since childhood? Chapter 6: Reprogramming Your Relationship with Money. You don't break money fear with motivation, you break it with awareness. You start noticing the beliefs you inherited. Money is risky. Money is stressful. Money changes people. Money is hard to manage. I shouldn't want too much. I need to play safe. These are not truths, they're trauma. Fear fades when truth replaces it, and the truth is simple. Money isn't evil. Dependency is. Money isn't stressful. Avoiding responsibility is. Freedom starts the moment you realize your relationship with money was programmed for you but can be rewritten by you. Final truth: your fear was never yours. You didn't fail. You were conditioned. You didn't choose fear. Fear was handed to you like a gift from people who never escaped it. But you are not them, and you do not need to repeat their story. If you want to break the identity level programming that kept you small and rebuild your financial psychology from the inside out, you can get the Money Mirror Playbook, link in the description. Because once you stop fearing money, money stops controlling you. The mirror never lies. The question is, will you keep living from inherited fear or finally choose your own beliefs?